Hello and welcome back to the 200 subscriber special. This is part 1, and as promised, I went through a bit of a preview of this last time, but today, this will be an in-depth look at every anime DVD I own. So, we got a lot of stuff to cover, so let's get started. We have Afro Samurai, which stars Samuel L. Jackson himself. Oh My Goddess, which definitely wins the record for most beautiful box art. I mean, look at this thing. It's a work of art. Look at this thing. This should be in a museum. This is one I don't think I can show. Yeah, I'm not showing that one on YouTube. Because, well, I don't want to lose my channel right away. I'll show this one. This is Appleseed. This is, I think, 2005. It was alright, I guess. I was never really into Ghost in the Shell mecha type shows, so, well, besides Ghost in the Shell, like, stuff like this. Yeah, I'm not really too into. Argenta Soma. This is a really weird DVD. These two came in a bulk lot, and they were the only two DVDs in that set that didn't actually work. So, I don't know. Like, they wouldn't even start. No DVD player had even recognized them as discs. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence that two of the same series didn't work. Oops. Don't let that fall out. This is Azumanga Daioh. And I do plan to do a review on this someday. I absolutely love this show. It is so funny. I love cute slice of life comedy series, and this is definitely like one of the best ones you can find. That and Strawberry Marshmallow. The two ones in the blank DVD case are Babel the Second. Now, I bought these in a bulk. I bought these in an anime DVD bulk lot. And they weren't actually advertised. I bought these in a bulk lot, and they weren't actually advertised in the listing. And it was just said, oh, I'm throwing these in a bonus. And they didn't even have a case. So these are just random DVD cases I had around the house. So, and just show you the other one. Yes, it is also Babel the Second. It is also Babel the Second. We have Baki the Grappler, which is, well, it's by Funimation. I didn't really watch much of it. It's kind of just a typical hyper-masculine macho fighting show. That's all it is, really. Bakugan, I actually used to hate this show when I was a kid. I was much more into Yu-Gi-Oh! Than I ever was Bakugan. And kid me kind of thought it was just like a cheap knockoff of Bakugan. And this is actually a birthday present, so yeah. Bell. This is a really great movie. I highly recommend checking it out. It's kind of sad too, so. Big Fish in Begonia. This movie's kind of strange. Yeah. I don't know. Bleach, the 2 movie packs. This has Memories of Nobody and the Diamond Dust Rebellion. I don't know why that's not focusing. Weird. But yeah, that's cool. The Boy and the Heron. I think this is the most recent Studio Ghibli movie. And in all honesty, it's kind of the most generic one. I read a review on My Anime List that said, if you ask ChatGPT to write you the script to a Studio Ghibli movie, it'd be The Boy and the Heron. Speaking of Ghibli, The Cat Returns. I love this one. It has Cary Elwes in it, and for some reason Andy Richter. Weird. But hey. Chika the Coffin Princess. This is a fun little show. Children of the Sea. I don't really remember watching this one, to be honest. Colorful. I can't show this one because of, it's got a kind of inappropriate cover. Comet Lucifer. Another decent little series. Don't remember much about it. Cosplay Complex. We have Cosplay Complex. Watch this show and see how many of the references you can get. Because it's pretty much a character dressing up in a bunch of costumes of various other licensed anime. So see how many of the references you can get in this show. Cowboy Bebop, an all-time classic. Everyone loves this show I know of, at least. The Cowboy Bebop movie. This is a really good movie. Yeah. And Deers. This is what you call a magical girlfriend show. And it's weird, dumb, and cheesy, but I loved every second of it. I won't lie to you. Death Note. Oops, that's backwards. And Death Note. Everyone loves this show, including me. I love the detective mystery aspect of it. That was so fun. I felt bad for some of the characters in it, though, so what can you do? The Deer King. I don't really remember much about this one. It was kind of meh. Demon Slayer Mugen Train. As someone who never actually watched Demon Slayer, I can say that this is a good movie because it's very beginner friendly. If you haven't seen Demon Slayer, chances are you'll still like this because it doesn't rely on your knowledge of Demon Slayer. Devadacy. Devadacy. Didn't really get into it. Digimon. Another series I didn't really get too into. The original Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball with all my heart. It is one of my favorite franchises of all time. And I really need to get the rest of the series. I lost the slipcover to this one, unfortunately. But I really want to get the rest of this series. Dragon Ball Z Season 2. Why do I have Season 2? Well, this is the one with the Ginyu Force. And the Ginyu Force, as I've said before, are my all-time favorite antagonists and characters in Dragon Ball Z. I love that story arc. Dragon Ball Z Season 9. I didn't really get too into it. I think this is kind of where the series fell off for me and a lot of other people, but hey. Dragon Ball GT. Dragon Ball GT is the black sheep of the Dragon Ball franchise. And, well, a lot of people don't like it. It sucks. I enjoyed it, especially the first arc that everyone wants to skip over because it's not action-heavy and violent as Dragon Ball Z. Speaking of original Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball movie pack. Yeah. The original Dragon Ball movies are kind of weird. They're mostly just retellings of, Dragon Ball, like, as a whole. Or the original series. They just retell Dragon Ball. And that's pretty much it. And then the first Dragon Ball Z movie pack, which I don't have the slipcover for anymore. Oop, that's out of order. Yeah. And that's unfortunate. But the first Dragon Ball Z movies, they're all pretty good. The third Dragon Ball Z movie pack, which is great. It has Fusion Reborn and the Hirudegarn movie, Legend of the Dragon, and 2 Broly movies, but hey. Yeah, and these are all cool. The only difference, the only one I'm missing is friggin' um, the second movie pack, which has the first Broly, the two Cooler movies, and I think Android 13, or it's either Android 13 or BoJack. I forget which one. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. Great movie. Resurrection of Frieza. Also a really good movie. Super Broly. Definitely one of my personal favorites. The main reason I like it so much is because it gives us a lot of backstory and past on a lot of characters like Raditz. And we see the Ginyu Force when they were younger. And the only sad part is that unfortunately this movie is kind of overshadowed by the controversy of the Vic Mignogna controversy, which sucks. Because this is still a good movie regardless. And Dragon Ball Superhero. Again, I saw this in theaters. This is the first anime movie I ever got to see in theaters. Why is this not focusing? Yeah. Seeing an anime in theaters, something that you really need to do. Always. These are two Dragon Ball Z Best Fights DVDs. Basically, it's just 7 full episodes of fights. And yeah. Not much to say here. Not much to say here. They're all pretty interesting. Ergo Proxy, which I kind of don't like this show all that much. It's kind of boring, to be honest. This show is advertised like crazy on Genie on DVDs. Every bonus feature they had them, so or had advertisements for Ergo Proxy. Exodus Guilt. This isn't a show. This is like a DVD player visual novel. I never got very far in it, unfortunately. Fantasista Doll. It's all like Cardcaptor Sakura, with elements of Yu-Gi-Oh! You get to summon these dolls and give them equip spells, and I like that. That's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, at least. Fighting Foodons. Think of it like a spiritual successor to Pokemon with, well, it's got the same voice actors as the 4Kids dub of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And the same writers and the same humor. They were clearly having a lot of fun with this show. I highly recommend it. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Yeah, this is interesting. I never played a lot of Final Fantasy, to be honest. I'm not an RPG kind of guy, but this is all right. From Up on Poppy Hill, another Studio Ghibli movie that I just don't remember much about. It just kind of faded away. Also, it's in one of these Steelbook cases, so. Galaxy Angel S. This is a short OVA of the Galaxy Angel series, which I don't own any other DVDs of, but this is alright. It was pretty funny. Gatchaman Crowds, which I never really got too far into. Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. I absolutely love Ghost in the Shell. It is one of my first anime memories, and I had a lot of fun watching it. Speaking of Ghost in the Shell, the two Ghost in the Shell movies. In fact, this DVD is like a special edition. It's where I got my poster from. And Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence is also just as good. Gengetsune. Kind of just standard 12-episode fantasy show. Girls Bravo, which I can't show the front cover of, but the show's very spicy. I like it a lot. Glass Slip. This has to be the most boring, tedious anime I've ever watched. This is literally the only thing I've given less than 4 stars on my anime list. And anything lower than 4 stars, I mean, this is the only normal anime I've given 4 stars. Anything that gets lower than that is usually like crappy shorts and weird psychological things and just the weird, obscure nonsense on that site. God of High School, a decent little shonen tournament fighter kind of series. It's licensed by Crunchyroll, surprisingly enough, so they can make decent series, actually. I mean, it's better than that freaking... whatever that X-Arm. It was way better than that crap. That show sucked. Grave of the Fireflies? I challenge you to find someone who did not cry at the ending of this movie. I dare you. I don't think they exist. If you say you didn't, you are lying. Strangely enough, this is actually released by Sentai Filmworks. Why is this not focusing? Weird. New camera. I'm trying to figure it out. Hana Yamata? This was an interesting one. It's about a transfer student from America. She goes to Japan and she's interested in this traditional form of dance and she's trying to start a club about it. And there's a lot of drama, surprisingly, in it. Hayate the Combat Butler. And the movie. This show, the premise sounds so screwed up when you read it, but it's actually really funny. It's a parody, and everything about this show is a reference. Like Cosplay Complex. Watch this show and take note of how many references you can get, because that's where the real work is right there. I guess I shouldn't count these as anime anymore. This is Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty did originate from Japan. However, this is like an American take on it. It is the Fairy Tale Theater. And my anime list actually removed these from the site. So I guess technically these are cartoons and not anime. So, well, Western cartoons and not anime anymore. Hey, I don't make the rules. Hidamari Sketch X or SP. I never really got into this show. I like cutesy comedy slice of life series, and this is one of the... it's alright, I guess. High School of the Dead. I absolutely love this show. It's like a 9 out of 10 for me, and I know that sounds screwed up because it's just fan service and all that stuff, but you know what? I like fan service. So there you go. Himawari 2. Couldn't really get super into this one, unfortunately. Howl's Moving Castle. I consider this to be like one of the weakest Studio Ghibli movies because a lot of stuff just is not explained, unfortunately. If I See You in My Dreams. This series pretty much encapsulates everything I dislike about romance anime. You know, like, everything, all the drama in this show is based on miscommunications, which are just annoying. Just tell people how you feel. Like, so much anime just doesn't really want to do that. Inazuma 11 Airs. You know what? This hooked me. I've never been big into soccer. In anime, in games, in real life, at all. And this was like a budget buy at a dollar store. But you know what? It was good. I liked it. It held my interest, at least. Ashika and Hinori. Again, this is another DVD player visual novel type of game. And not a show to watch, per se. Jing, King of Bandits. If you want a nice, weird acid trip kind of show, definitely check that one out. Kaido Maru. Pretty standard horror OVA. Well, horror, dark kind of OVA. It's passable. Karas. Never really got into it. It has Matthew Lillard in it, though. Weird. Karen, or Kareen, I guess. I'm not sure. But this is... I only have one volume of it, and the DVDs for this show are like stupidly expensive. Like last time I saw, they were going for like $80 a piece. Legend of Rayon. So this DVD, the subtitles are all janky. I can't read it. I can't understand any of it or make any sense of it. And to be honest, I found this like at a thrift store for like $2, and I don't even know what this is really. Like I've Googled this. It's on my anime list, but like there's no reviews of it. There's not really any information on this show. Level E. This series is made by the guy who did Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter. And it's basically just like troll comedy. They mislead and trick the audience. In fact, there's actually one moment where the audience themselves is tricked and is the butt of the joke. So, there you go. Liz and the Blue Bird. This was a really sweet kind of show. This is a really sweet movie, actually. I liked it a lot. Locadoll. Another really interesting series. This is actually one of the first series I ever watched. It was for free on the Anime Network, if anyone remembers that. I randomly downloaded it, and I got hooked to it. It's about a girl whose uncle runs I think he's like in the city council, and they need idols for the city, and he volunteers his niece to be one. And it's a lot of fun. Lou Over the Wall is like Ponyo in a way. And it's got this really trippy flash animation. I've only watched it once. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. Makia. Definitely watch this movie. Have some tissue prepared, because this is a sad one. Makia. When the Promised Flower Blooms. Oh, God. Matoi the Sacred Slayer. Again, a decent little series. Not much to say about it, really. I don't remember it, to be honest. And Mezzoforte. Yeah, this show is pretty graphic. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I like it. We have Millennium Actress. Yeah, this is a really good one. I like this movie a lot. The first season of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I absolutely love this show. It's amazing. It's definitely one of my all-time favorites. I gave it a 10 out of 10. So we have Monster Musume. Again, really like this show, and yeah, you can probably tell why. Mouse. I never really saw much of it. This is just the only volume I own. It's only got 4 episodes on it, so yeah. My Hero Academia. Well, I got the first season of it on Blu-ray. And I'd grown out of shonen at the time, but this still held my interest a lot, actually. And then the 2 My Hero Academia movies, Heroes Rising, and 2 Heroes. Both these movies are actually really good, especially as someone who's never really, well, I didn't really watch the show when I saw these movies, but hey, they were pretty good. I liked them. Naisho no Sabomi. I can't say I remember much of it. Napping Princess. And this random this random volume of Naruto Shippuden. Again, I was a big Naruto fan growing up. I didn't really see Shippuden because when Shippuden came out, I was kind of out of anime in general, so, you know, what can you do? I love the original. The Naruto, the movie Shippuden collection, this has, let's see, this set has the Shippuden movie, Bonds, The Will of Fire, and The Lost Tower. Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, another Studio Ghibli movie, and this one's really good. I liked it a lot. Akko's Inn, another great movie. Only Yesterday. Otoboku. Phantom of the Inferno. Or Phantom of Inferno, as it's listed twice for some reason, which is kind of weird. Yeah, this is one of those DVD visual novel games, rather than an actual show. So, I got 3 of these in one bulk lot, so, yeah. That's why I have so many of these. I didn't even know these were a thing, so, I usually thought visual novels were just like PC games, but now I know. Please, teacher. Now, one look at this show can give you, well, kind of a prejudicial view of the title. Will give you an idea of what it's about, but it's actually not what you expect whatsoever. This isn't some weird ecchi series. It's actually fairly dramatic. It's like a soap opera in a way. Yeah, that's Please, teacher. This is a season of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which is actually my favorite Pokemon series. Oh, one thing I want to say about Naruto. I really want to get the original series. The problem with it is the original Naruto DVDs are like really expensive. And, you know, it's like $100 for the whole thing. And, you know, I don't know, that's kind of up there in my opinion, you know. Pokemon is another series I really need to get my hands on. I really want to own the rest of it, but, you know, 4Kids DVDs are really strange because they only release, like, those sets with 3 episodes each on them, and, you know, they take up a lot of room on a shelf, which is unfortunate. I still like the old volumes, though. And now my 5 Pokemon movies. Let's see, I own Pokemon the first movie, the Pokemon 4 movies set, which has Heroes, Forever, Destiny Deoxys, and Jirachi Wishmaker. Another Pokemon 4 movie collection, the Black and White 4 movie collection, and this one is actually not that good. I didn't like any of the movies. I think as I got older, I lost interest in Pokemon. I still like the original Pokemon series, but like new Pokemon is just kind of mediocre, unfortunately. Maybe it's just me getting older. I don't know. Pokemon Secrets of the Jungle, another great movie. I actually really like this one. And Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution: The Legend Returns. This is actually a remake of the first movie in 3D CG, which I really like. They actually got a lot of the old cast back for it. Except they couldn't get the original Nurse Joy back, I don't think. Which sucks, because I like her as a voice actress. Pompo. There's a lot of, you know, if you like classic cinema, there's actually a lot of fairly decent references in here. Strangely enough, there's like 2 or 3 wrestling references. Like, the director calls the main character... There's like this elderly director who keeps getting the main character's name wrong. I think he calls him like Stan Hansen and Road Warrior Hawk, which, I don't know. Something like that. I forget which 2 wrestlers it was. I think that was them. Maybe that's just the dub being weird. Ponyo. Oh my god, I love this movie so much. It's the first Ghibli movie I ever saw, and yeah, I had to get it. It's still great. I watch it all the time. So. Porco Rosso, probably one of the strangest movies by Studio Ghibli. Again, it's in these steel cases, which I don't really like because mini rant out of the way, but I'm not a huge fan of these steelbook cases. You know, they're like once you take the shrink wrap off, they have inserts on the back, but you can't actually. There's nothing to hold them onto. So I think they're meant for like collecting purposes and not actually watching purposes, which is stupid because it's a DVD. So. Anyway. Princess Mononoke, another good Studio Ghibli movie. I like this one a lot. It's definitely one of the darkest of their lineup, though. Resident Evil Degeneration. This one's alright. It's better than those god-awful Paul W.S. Anderson Studio Ghibli movies with Mila Jovovich. I hate those movies. They're terrible, especially as a fan. I mean, if you're not a Resident Evil fan, I guess they're fine, but I mean, I like the first one, but, well, that's a video for another day, I guess, because those movies are just terrible. Speaking of classics, I did Naruto and Pokemon. Another classic I really need to get into, Sailor Moon S. This is the third season of the original Sailor Moon. And I like it a lot. It's, you know, I like Sailor Moon, it's just, it's not a series I've collected much. I know of it, and I don't have anything against it. It's just kind of, well, it's just something you don't really, or I don't really, you know. I'm probably not going to be able to show this one. This is Sakura Diaries. Yeah, well, this is not a series I can talk much about. I got this in a bulk lot for super cheap, and there's actually a fourth volume I'm missing, and I'll probably get that Sunday. Sakura Wars. Another decent series. I haven't watched a whole lot of it. This is one volume of it, and hey, what can you do? Dude, I have so much anime I need to watch that this kind of fell by the wayside. I got this in a bulk lot of a bunch of DVDs, and it was okay. So, what I saw of it. Satellite Girl and Milk Cow. This gets the reward, in my opinion, for the weirdest, strangest movie I've ever seen. It's a guy who's turned into a cow. He's fallen in love with a satellite girl, and if you can tell, there's a wizard who's turned into a roll of toilet paper. Maybe it's not the weirdest anime ever, but it's definitely like the weirdest high-production anime ever. You know, not counting, you know, that's like discounting all those weird, crappy, obscure shorts, like Striking Daughter. The Secret World of Arrietty. I love this one, especially since it's based off one of my favorite books, The Borrowers, and the movie with John Goodman and I think Gene Wilder. Maybe it's not Gene Wilder. I don't remember. I know there's a movie. It has John Goodman in it, and I watched it in school. And Studio Ghibli movie based off one of my favorite books is really cool. So, yeah, this one doesn't get a ton of attention, but hey, it's really nice. I like it. A Silent Voice. This is actually my all-time favorite anime movie. It is very sad. It's very tragic. But, I mean, I'm sure it hits really close to home for some people who've gone through bullying and stuff like that. So, yeah. Now, to lighten the mood, Speed Racer. This is a series I don't think a lot of people have seen. I think most people watch it just to meme on it and make fun of it. Which, hey, it's very cheesy. It's really weird, especially the dub. When I first saw this, I didn't even know it was anime. I thought it was like some Hanna-Barbera thing. Which it does. It looks like Johnny Quest or something. Spirited Away. Spirited Away. Very notable movie. It's one of the only anime movies to win an Academy Award. I think it's not the only one now. I think The Boy and the Heron got that award. And Squid Girl. Kind of a cute little slice of life comedy. Bit absurdist at times, but hey, this was enjoyable. Strawberry Marshmallow, as many of you know, this is my all-time favorite slice of life comedy series with Azumanga Daioh as a tie. And, yeah. This is a very special series to me because it's one of the first I ever got into. And it's one of the first that got me out of, like, action, shonen, Toonami, that sort of thing. The Strawberry Marshmallow OVA series. Street Fighter II, the animated movie. This was a bonus feature on an old DVD I had, or an old PlayStation 2 game called the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. And I had that game, and I rewatched this movie like 20 times on that game. Also, it shows DJ and Zangief on the cover, but they have almost no role in that movie. I think they're only in one scene. So, and lastly, The Tale of Princess Kaguya, before I have to wrap up here. Next, we have The Tale of Princess Kaguya. This is done in like an old watercolor style. And, yeah, it's a decent movie, actually. Next, we have Tsubasa Chronicles. I got this at a Goodwill. I didn't know anything about the series, but I saw the Funimation logo. And, well, I saw the Funimation logo, and this is at a Goodwill. And when it comes to me, I buy pretty much every anime DVD in the thrift store I can find. Because where I live, we don't have a lot of anime stores. I have to buy them on eBay, so if I see them, I usually pounce on it and get it right away. Unlimited Psychic Squad. Didn't really get far into it. I didn't really care for it, to be honest. This is Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, which, this is the most exciting cover ever. It's just a cross. I know Vampire Hunter D, I think it was the inspiration behind Castlevania. Or Castlevania inspired this series. I don't know. One of the two. I don't really know much about it. Wakaba Girl. I'm actually surprised this got a DVD release at all, considering how short it is. Seriously, it's one of those series where the episodes are only like 2 minutes long. So I think you can breeze through the show in an hour. Maybe it's 5 minutes. Wandaba Style, a wacky little sci-fi comedy. This is a great show. I love it. Want to be the strongest in the world. Let me see if I can show this. Yeah, I have to cover it because it's kind of risque a little. But hey, want to be the strongest in the world. Like I said in the first video, this is a series that I feel is like genuinely just made for me as a fan. Because it's pro wrestling and fan service. And as you know, I'm a giant wrestling mark. I love this stuff. Watamote, it's you guys, it's your, no matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular. Love this show a lot. Tomoko is such a relatable character. And if I was an anime character, I would be Tomoko. That's, like, this is an anime about my life if I was a Japanese girl. Weathering with You. Makoto Shinkai, I consider this his best work. Yes, I like it better than Your Name. Wicked City, great horror, action, body horror OVA. If you like gore and, you know, that other stuff, you know, this is great too. Definitely check this show out. Or definitely check this movie out. It's really good. The Wind Rises. I think this is the last Studio Ghibli movie that Miyazaki directed. Yeah. It's an interesting biography. It's not like a Disney epic fantasy. It's a biography of a plane designer. The Wonderland, which is just called The Wonderland, but the full title is Birthday Wonderland, and I don't know why it's inconsistent. So, yeah. Also, I like this movie. It's definitely, it feels like a Studio Ghibli movie. It feels very Disney-esque, so definitely check that out. Want to Be the Strongest in the World Season 2, and Want to Be the Strongest in the World OVA. Two great series. And this is a great series. I love the opening. Yeah. I love the opening. It's actually in English. And, it's a really good opening. Check it out on YouTube if you ever get a chance. I like the show a lot. It's like this nerdy gamer who, like, he has to make girls fall in love with him, which is difficult because he's actually a shut-in and not very sociable, but it's funny as heck, too. I really liked it. And the OVA collection for for The World God Only Knows. Did I call this Want to Be the Strongest in the World? It's The World God Only Knows. My mistake. And lastly, we have Your Name, which, this movie kind of disappointed me. I was not a fan of it, to be honest. I don't know why this does not want to focus. Oh well, whatever. So that is the anime DVD collection. And with that, that concludes the anime DVD collection. Tune in next time when we cover exclusively the Yu-Gi-Oh! DVD collection. Tune in tomorrow. I'll see you there, folks.